Hello, hi everyone. Good morning. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Yes, good.
Okay. So let me start the session. So I think before 2 weeks we started what is an SAP and we gave a demonstration on what is SAP. And we thought of starting the session by last week. I was not well, so we are continuing today. So as per the plan, the first topic is regarding the enterprise structure. So let me take that topic today. So what we will do is today we will see the theoretical part and tomorrow we'll see the practical part. So every week happens the same thing. For each and every topic, we'll be seeing the front end and the back end. So front end is nothing but the theoretical part and what an end user does. And next day, we will see the configuration part or design part, how the consultant designs in the back end. So today we'll be discussing the first topic, which is enterprise structure. So let me start with that topic. And let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us do one thing. So let me start. What is enterprise structure? Explain what is enterprise structure. And for each and every 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I'll take Q&A. So until that, park your question somewhere. We can take in one go, or you can mention your questions in the chat. So for each 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I'll see the questions in the chat and answer your questions. Okay. So today's topic will be enterprise structure. So I think in demo session, we discussed regarding the concept called ERP. So what is the full form of ERP? ERP is nothing but the enterprise resource planning. So when I explained ERP, the enterprise resource planning, I said enterprise is nothing but your company. So here also we have a word called enterprise that is called as a company. Then you have a structure. So enterprise structure is nothing but how are we going to have your company structure? So when I say company structure, what is this company structure? For example, if I take an industry, for example, you can take any industry like pharmaceutical industry, construction-based industry, or FMCG industry, or automobile industry. Any industry, what is their company structure? When we say company structure, normally the company tells, I have different locations. If they're working internationally, and if they have the branches all over the world, they tell I'm operating from all over the world. If they have only branches in India, they tell they operate only from India. And I can also differentiate that saying that they have this branch in this state or in this country. So they are locally telling that I'm operating from this country, this place, and what are they doing in that country? If they're locally managing the business, then what are they doing locally? So if I, for example, I take Reliance. I take Reliance. And Reliance is operating in India as of now. When I say in India, they have a lot of business. You have Reliance Petroleum, you have Reliance Mart, you have Reliance Trends. So you have Reliance Telecommunication. So that they have different types of business. And each and every business, they are operating from different states. They have branches all over India. So they have a business blueprint. They have a blueprint saying that I'm operating from this country, this region. This is the uh, industry sector I'm in. So they're explaining through verbal. But when this Reliance want to use SAP, they want to start using SAP. So assume that the Reliance initially was using Excel or they was using Tally. Now they want to go ahead and use SAP. So what this Reliance will do, Reliance will reach out to the SAP partner. So SAP has multiple partners in the world. So those partners are Infosys, Deloitte, EY, PwC, IBM, Wipro. All these are the partners of SAP. So this Reliance wants to implement SAP now. And this Reliance will reach out to the partner of SAP and ask, I want to implement SAP. So the first question what this partner will ask you is, how is your company structure or enterprise structure? How big is your enterprise structure? So now Reliance will tell that I'm operating all over India. I have different industries, like I also have Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Mart, Reliance Trends, Reliance Telecommunication. Then the next question what the partner is going to ask is, if you have so many industries, are you operating all these industries from all over India? As we are speaking about the module called which is Material Management. So the next question we'll be raising is, are you purchasing for all the industry sectors? So based on these questions, we are going to build our company structure. So this is the company structure. The meaning of company structure is how are they operating and from where are they operating and what type of industry are they operating. Okay. Now coming to SAP. In SAP, the enterprise structure is a concept, just a concept. In SAP, you have a concept called enterprise structure where you can define your enterprise structure with some hierarchies. These are the standard hierarchies. So SAP defined in the initial map, a roadmap. I can tell it's a roadmap. So initially you should have the client. You should build a client. So you need to understand who is the client. Under that client, you need to have the company code. I'll explain these terminologies. So under client, you need to have company code. Under company code, you need to have the plans. Under plans, you need to have the storage location. These are the hierarchies SAP has given to build your enterprise structure. Let it be how much big is your enterprise structure. SAP is suggesting to use only these 4 hierarchies to build your enterprise structure. Now you are working for the client called Reliance. The first terminology is a client. For client, you have two meanings. As of now, let me take one meaning, which is for you, the client is Reliance. Let me keep this as a first part. The second part, what is client, I'll explain in some more days. So as of now, the client is Reliance. Now you have the second hierarchy, which is company code. In the company code, I'll be asking Reliance, what all industries you have or what all industries are you operating? That depends on the business. If they want to divide the Reliance into different industries or different sectors, So Reliance will tell that I'm operating into Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Mart, Reliance Trends, and Reliance Telecommunication. So those will become your company code. So Reliance is your client. We said that company code is going to be under client. So I'm asking, I'm telling that the petroleum is one of the business, the mart is one of the business, the trends is one of the business, and the telecommunication is one of the business. So all these are under Reliance. They are operating individually. The revenue is individual, but they are under Reliance. So this is the hierarchy how we need to build based on the SAP terminologies. We said that we have four terminologies in SAP, which is client, company code, plants, and solid location. So Reliance is your client, and what all industries they operate can be, I'm telling can be, and a company code. Okay. Now, the next question is regarding the plants. Plants can be the branches. This is just an example. This is not fixed. I'm not telling you whenever we say company code, that should always be the different types of industries they operate. Plants are nothing but the location. That depends on business to business. I'll take an example of other business also. So now, plants, petroleum. So when you say petroleum, where all are you having the petrol bunks, for example? So Reliance will tell, I have lots of petrol bunks in all over the India. So I have at least 15 or 16 petrol bunks. So you may create 15 or 16 petrol bunks as a plant. For example, I mentioned this as, for example, I have one in Bangalore, one in Mumbai, one in Delhi. So these are my plants. Same goes for Mart. So where all you have Reliance Mart, those are going to be your plants. Okay. Now, in Bangalore, where are you going to store the petrol? So if you have a petrol bunk, then you also need to store some petrol somewhere. So those locations will be your storage location. Okay. Now, why are we differentiating in this way is, if you differentiate, if you're saying that this industry, I'm going to differentiate the company code as industry. That means whenever you're differentiating at the level of company code, then you are going to calculate the revenue individually. You are going to calculate the revenue individually. For example, if I'm dividing the company code as petroleum, mart, trends, and telecommunication. For petroleum, I'm calculating my revenue differently or separately. I don't want to club the revenue with petroleum with mart. I, every year I need to see what is the income I generated from petroleum business, the income what I generated from mart, trends. This can happen only when you divide the your structure or the company structure into company code. Now, if you have a requirement that you need to calculate the revenue at the branches level. For example, you have petroleum. The petroleum is in Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi. For example, I took only three, you might have 16 or something. So you want to calculate revenue at this level. If you want to calculate revenue at this level, then you need to build four enterprise structures. This will become one of your enterprise structure. The petroleum will become your client. Your branches will become company code. And where all you store, that will become your plants. So first thing what you need to understand is, whenever you want to calculate the revenue, you need to ask business that at what level they want to calculate the revenue. They want to calculate at industry level, or they want to calculate at the branches level. So based on that, you are going to decide at what level are you going to set up your company code. This is very, very important. So company code, at what level are you going to calculate your revenue? At that level, you are going to set your company code. Second thing, one company code can have only one currency. If I take a second example, now think that I have a business. For example, I have one business. If I take an example, Toyota. Okay. So this Toyota is operating from different countries. So now I don't want to differentiate the company code into the industries because Toyota is an automobile industry. So Toyota is already operating from all over the world. Now, when I say all over the world, you need to ask business, in which all country are you operating? Those countries will become your company code. If they say India, US, Europe, so these will become your company code because one company code can have only one currency. So this has INR, this has USD, this has Euro. So this is the main thing what you need to know about the company code. First thing, the main thing, you need to ask business, if your business is operating from different countries, do you have different currencies? If you have different currencies, then you need to set one company code can have only one currency. Second thing, at what level do you want to calculate your revenue? If they tell the level of calculating the revenue, that level become your company code. So this is the significance of your company code. Based on this criteria, you need to decide at what level you need to have the company code and what can be your company code. Okay. Now coming to the plants. Plants are nothing but purely your branches. You can also define your stores as your plant, and you can also tell where the manufacturing is happening, at what all place the manufacturing is happening. For example, Toyota is an automobile industry who manufacture the vehicles. So in India, I have a manufacturing plant in three places. So those three places will become your plants. You can just take an example of the activity, where the activity is going to happen, the manufacturing activity or the production activity. So those can be your plants. At the level of plant, you are not calculating any revenue. You are just doing your work. These are your work centers. So your work centers are called as plants. Okay. Then you have the storage location. The storage location is nothing but where are we going to store the material? Where are we going to store the material? So assume that this plant is a manufacturing industry and this manufacturing industry is in Bangalore. If this plant is doing a manufacturing, so you are going to do a huge manufacturing, for example, and you need to send the goods for manufacturing. You need the raw material, you need the machinery, you need the manpower, all those things. So where are we going to store that raw material? Where are you going to store that machinery? So who is your manpower? So all those can be your storage location. All those can be your storage location. The name itself tells where is your storage location. Where are we going to store the material? Where are we going to store the machinery? So this is the hierarchy which SAP has given. Every time, if you have any business, let it be FMCG, let it be automobile industry, or let it be telecommunication industry, any industry, you need to divide the hierarchy into only these four categories. The client is not defined. The client is the business name. You have the company code, plant, and the store location. So now we took two examples. In the first example, we took a Reliance where they are having different types of industries, the petroleum industry, mart industry, trends, and telecommunication. We took different industry as a company code, and the location where they are operating is the plants. Okay. Now, next example, what I took is they have one business. They are operating from different countries, and in different country, different location. And what are the places where they store the materials? So whichever industry you give us, or whichever industry comes to implement SAP, the hierarchy should be only in this category: the client, company code, plant, store location. Now, if I take an example of service-based industry or an FMCG industry. So FMCG will also operate from different countries. So I can take country specific. The main thing of to define the company code is your company's currency specific or the revenue specific. You should keep this in your mind and design your enterprise structure. If we explore more on the industries, then we have the service-based industry. Service-based industry are operating also from different country. Then you can take those different countries as a company code. And in different countries, they have different location from where they are doing the service. So branches can be your plants. And service-based companies are not storing anything. They don't have anything to store. So what happens? The each and every manpower. So for example, if I say service-based industry, this is one of the service-based industry. They are operating from different countries. Let me take two examples. They operate from India. They operate from US. They operate from Europe. We divided the company code into different currencies. Now, in India, they have a lot of branches. I say they have two branches as of now. They have branches in Bangalore and Mumbai. So this will become your company code. This will become your plant. Now, who are your store location? Now, they are just service providers. If they are just service providers, what they don't store anything. Let me take both examples. Normally, different types of service. One is, let me take this way. So take this service-based company as a security agency. A security agency. This service-based company is a security agency company. They are operating from different countries and they have branches in Bangalore and Mumbai. And they have something to store. For example, for each and every security, they give the uniform, they give the onboarding kit. So all those things they need to store somewhere. So those can be your store location. Where are you storing those materials are your store location? In some cases, if they are not storing anything, if they don't store anything, then the manpower, the person who is getting employed there, so that employee is also considered as store location. The manpower person one, person 2. So that doesn't depend. What are you creating as a storage location? What are you creating as a plant? But your hierarchy should end here. After your manpower, after your person 1 and person 2 in a security agency, under them you don't have anything. Under storage location, you don't have anything. If you want to divide the storage location into different sections, then you can do that under the plant. But under storage location, you cannot differentiate. You can differentiate. That is going to fall under the extended warehouse management module, where the module gets ends. From there, the other module gets started. We are speaking here only in the perspective of material management. In the same way, as I discussed in the demo session, we have different modules. We have finance, we have material management, we have sales and distribution, we have extended warehouse management. So first enterprise structure which will get built is the finance. After finance is built, then the material management will get built. Then the sales and distribution, then the extended warehouse management. So each and every module has their own enterprise structure hierarchy. They will build on their own. But from our side, we have only one enterprise structure hierarchy, which is client, company code, plant, and storage location. Okay. Now, for example, if you are not working and if you're just a student, then take education industry as an example. And one college, one education industry or institute has many branches. They also deal with engineering college, they deal with dental college, they have an MBA college. So those can be your company codes because they want to differentiate the revenue in different sectors. So ultimately, for every year, they need to check the revenue, what they have generated from engineering college. What is the revenue generated from the MBA college? So if they want to calculate the revenue at that level, then those are going to be your company code. In each and every college, for example, in engineering college, I have different branches. Those are going to be my plants. In this, each and every branch, I have different sections. First year, second year, third year. So those years are, I can also divide based on the every year, or I can also differentiate based on the rooms I have in the departments. So those are going to be missed to education. So let it be any industry. You need to think in this way. I want to decide what is my company code. I want to decide what is my plant and the store location. It can be at any criteria or any plan. So you will build an enterprise structure like this, taking the inputs from business. After the enterprise structure is completely built, you are going to demonstrate the business. This is the enterprise structure, how it is going to look in your business. And if everything goes well, you will configure this in the system. Okay. Let me take a quick pause here. If you have any questions, let me take those and then move forward. Let me go to the first sheet for better understanding. I think you have the unmute access. If you have any questions, you can ask your questions. Or if you want to drop the question in the chat, that is also fine. I'll take the questions from the chat also. And if you don't understand any concept, let me know so that I can repeat. I have a question in the chat. Is it practical to define ERP structure in education institute? Yes, it is practical to define the enterprise structure in education institute. For example, if you take a big education institute who is leading all over the world or all over the India, then if they want to calculate their structure or they want to implement SAP in their education institute, that is possible. We can do that. So in the same way, the business or the education institute is going to tell at what level they want to calculate the revenue. That is going to be my company code, and where should I end my enterprise structure. So if they mention these both criteria, then we can do that. We can build an enterprise structure for education institute also. How can we, I have another question. So how can we define enterprise structure in consultant companies? So consultant companies is nothing but, for example, if you take a legal consulting companies, so even that decides, so for example, you have only one branch in where you're operating. So that one branch, I'll be taking it as a company code, a single company code. And under that, I'll be taking what all are the activities are going to happen in this consulting companies. So consulting company, I'm dividing my consulting companies into different sections. If you are speaking regarding the legal consulting company, then you are going to say that for each and every, for example, I divide my legal consulting company into different sections. So these four lawyers are going to look into this type of cases, and these four lawyers are going to look after this type of cases. So I will divide the different criteria into plans. I will have one consulting company as a company code, different types of different categories of cases into different plans, and under that, who are all managing. So I have four lawyers in this category, then those four lawyers are going to be Esto Education. So this is how you can build, but this is just a thought, but we can build still more better than this. So first you need to understand what they have. If you say consulting company or consultant companies, you need to understand what they have. I just took one branch as an example, and there are from some 15-20 people who are working there, and they work on different type of cases. So those different types of cases are considered as plants for me, and the persons who work under those are called store location. This is how I will build the enterprise structure. Is it clear, or should I take another example?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, as you said that first we have to define the enterprise structure in
You're not
finance.
audible.
So, hello,
Your voice was breaking. I didn't hear you for some time.
uh, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
As you said that first of all we have to define the enterprise structure in finance module, right now?
Sorry, I'm not hearing you. Is it same for everyone?
No, we are hearing him, sir.
We are hearing.
One second, let me check my internet. Am I audible? Yes, Aman, you can
Yes.
ask your question now.
Hello, sir. Am I
Yes.
audible? Hello.
Yes, Aman, please go
Huh.
ahead.
As you said that the enterprise structure is defined in different module differently. First of all, it has to be defined in finance module, right now, FICO.
Yes, the first step where the enterprise structure needs to be defined is at the finance module.
Okay,
Post
then,
finance completes their enterprise structure,
okay.
the other modules comes into picture.
So is there any impact or is there any consideration we have to take while defining the enterprise structure in module
Yeah,
of
the
that?
consideration is the company code. The company code needs to be created first by the finance. So we are not creating the company code. The finance is going to create the company code. Post they create the company code, then we will come into picture.
Okay.
So the plants will be defined by us and storage locations will be allocated by us in the
Yes.
module. And one more vector, sir. When there is a structure of one company which is located in Bangalore and having its bases in Bangalore, but it is operational from only from one of the specific branches, like a headquarters. How will we define the structure, sir?
One second, let me do one thing. Let me switch my internet. I think my internet has some weak. One second. You can go ahead and ask a question.
If a company is having its base in Bangalore and all having its branches in Bangalore and it's operational only from one of the specific location, how will we define the company structure? As it is already. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir.
It's not technical. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can go on with the questions. So I have one question in the chat. Client means branch. No, client is not a branch. Client is an organization. You can take client is an organization. Any questions?
Venkatesh sir, Srinivas this side.
Yes,
If
Srinivas.
a organization is having a monolithic, like only one branch is functional and other branches are not functional, so how will we define the company structure?
Yeah, if only one branch is active and operating, then I will define that one branch as an company code. If it is partially shut down, the other branches
Yes.
are partially shut down and they want to operate after some days, then I will define one company code about that operating plants, and I will define the different plants under that company code, and I'll set that plant as not to use till those are operating. So there are some
Okay.
companies they define, for example, we have a header company, and under that I have different branches. And as of now, only one branch is operating. And my business will tell going forward, I'll be starting with the other plants. So what I'll do, I'll create those different branches as a plants. And I'll keep one plant as an active and all the plants as the inactivate. And when they start the new plant operating, then I'll partially start those plants in system. So that is how it works.
Okay. The plant codes.
Yes. You also need to
Okay.
think in the future perspective also. As of now, if they say only one plant is active, then you should not create one plant as a company code. You should ask the second question, which is, are we going to have different plants going forward or different branches going forward where you will be operating? So you should take
Okay.
a prescription of 5 years and design your enterprise structure.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So can you repeat, like you said, once the storage location is ended, so the next extended version comes into picture. What is that next extended version, sir?
That is a different module.
Okay.
So if I take an example, I said that the story location ends with the material management, which is the module. So in MM module, the story location gets ends. From story location, the extended warehouse management will pick from there. So what they do is they do create a warehouse and they define what is a storage type and the storage racks or storage bins. So what all you have in a warehouse? For example, I said that store location is where you store the stock. You are going to manage your stock. Then where are we going to manage the stock? We are going to manage the stock in a godown, for example. In the godown, you have a racks built. So you will be storing different materials in different rack. So how are we going to store that? That part is taken care by different module, which is extended warehouse management.
Okay, sir.
Any more questions? Okay, I have a question in the chat. If company is located in India, but purchasing is happening from different countries, how many company codes are we going to define? And what about currency? Okay. If a company is located in India and you are going to do purchasing from different countries. So first, the business need to decide at what currency are they going to store the stock and where are they going to store the stock. If they're going to store the stock and purchase a stock in INR, then you can have one company code. Keeping the company located in India, no one will purchase in different currency. They will purchase in INR. The team is just sitting at different countries. For example, now I have a company located in US or Europe. They are into purchasing industry and they don't have manpower to do the purchasing. They do a third party sourcing and they hire people from India and India is purchasing material for them. If India is purchasing material for them, Indian manpower is purchasing material for them, then that does not mean that they are going to purchase an INR. Only the employees are from India, but the still purchasing is happening for Europe or US. Then the currency will always be Europe or US. Then company code currency can be US or Euro, but purchasing can happen from any country, but the currency is going to be same as the company code.
So I work for a civil consultant company. Like my company branches are located in UK, US, and Middle East. So
Okay.
we give them the resource support, like whatever works, like civil works, like construction, like any new project is coming in the Middle East or UK, we give the manpower support. Like we work for them, and we again submit the tender to them. Then how are we going to define the enterprise structure for this particular company, sir?
So you want to build your enterprise structure for your service-based company, or you want to build your enterprise structure for the business company who is going to give the business to you?
What if in both scenarios, sir?
Okay. So first case, you are going to give the service to the other companies. So your company is service-based company. And you mentioned that your company is going to operate from 3 countries. I don't remember the places, but 3 countries.
Yeah.
So those are going to be your company codes. So I heard that you have Middle East. So one of the company code currency will be AED,
Okay.
and you have another company in
UK.
US,
Yeah.
sorry, in UK.
Yeah.
Then your currency will be in Euro,
Huh.
and you also operate from India, then INR. So from where you are operating, that will become your company code because your currency is different. That is a main aspect. Whenever your currency is different, then you should and must define those as your company code. Now we differentiated the company codes based on the currency. My next question to you is, in India, do you have different branches or you have only one branch?
Yeah. We have different branches like in Pune, Mumbai, and Delhi.
Okay, then those branches will become your plants.
Okay.
So I will define those branches as the plants. And if you say you have branches in Pune, Mumbai, then do you have one office or multiple office in Pune?
One office in each location.
Okay, one office. Then I will have only one plant.
Okay.
Okay, in each location. Then my next question will be, for which all types of companies are you going to give the services? Do you have the team divided into those type of industry sector?
Yeah, like if the services for Middle East, then the Middle East team is different. If services for UK, the UK team is different. If services for US, then the US team is different.
Okay. Then if your service is, you are giving a service for Middle East, then you have a different team. I will define them as a storage location. One team as a storage location.
Okay.
So this is how I will divide the sectors into different categories, but I should be able to differentiate only in the criteria what I have. So company code, plant, and the storage location. And if I'm correct, so as your company is a service-based company, you will not be storing anything. So I don't want any storage location. So I want to use a storage location. I'm using the storage location as a manpower. So the manpower who is working for different types of industries or different countries. So I'll compare those as a storage location. So that is how I design the enterprise structure for your service-based company.
Okay.
Oh, I have another question in the chat. So in case of import of material, transaction is in USD, but the material is stored in INR. So this is a different concept. So here we are building the enterprise structure for only that company code, what I'm dealing with. So if I'm importing the material from other country, then that is not my organization. I am building the enterprise structure only for my organization. So if your organization is in India, so your currency will always be INR. If you're purchasing from different entity, that is not a part of your enterprise structure. That is going to be different entity. So I don't want to involve that entity into my enterprise structure. We have this question coming in the purchasing policy. We will take this question there. So how are we going to purchase in different currency when our currency is INR? So this is a question of purchasing, but we are speaking regarding the enterprise structure as of now. So enterprise structure is built for a single entity, not for multiple entities. Any more questions? Any questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, then we discuss regarding the 4 hierarchies what SAP has given. Now, there are 2 more hierarchies in the enterprise structure. The two more hierarchies in enterprise structure is the purchasing organization and the purchasing group. Purchase organization, and there is one more hierarchy called as purchase group. So we'll discuss regarding purchase group in some time. So purchase organization. So what is this purchase organization? So I had a question in the chat saying that my organization is in US. For example, a company is located in US, but for this company, the purchasing is happening. The persons who are purchasing, like this company needs something, so they are not purchasing it. The purchasing department is going to purchase this material. So this purchasing department is in India. So this purchasing department who is working from India for purchasing the material for this company is called as the purchase organization. The purchase organization is nothing but your purchasing department. The persons who purchase. So what these persons do is they log into SAP. they go to the transaction and they put the material number and they say, tell system that from where they want to buy the material and they will place an order. But the delivery address will always be the US address because the material is required by this company. This company is located in US. If this company need a material, then that should be delivered in US. But the manpower who is working on this is working from India. The orders which are placed will always be placed in US and the delivery will happen to the US. So the team who is responsible for purchasing the material is the team called as purchase organization. So this purchase organization team can be at different level. So we said that we have company code. We said that we have plant. We have client. So this purchase organization can be at client level, at company code level, at plant level. So when I say at client level, the team who is going to purchase the material is responsible to buy for all the company codes under that client. So if the purchase organization is responsible to buy under the client, it has rights to buy for the complete client, then that purchase organization is called as reference purchase organization. Okay. Then if this purchase organization is working for different company codes, as I discussed with some of the person here, so they was mentioning that there are some persons who are dedicatedly working for Middle East. There are some persons who are dedicatedly working for UK. So Middle East, UK are my company codes. If these persons are working specifically for Middle East, then they are working for the company code level. They are working at the company code level. If the same persons are working for both Middle East and UK, then they are working at the client level because they both Middle East and the UK are under the client. If they want to work for both the entities, then they should work at the client level. If they're working only for Middle East, only for UK, then they are working at the company code level. So such type of team is called as standard purchase organization. Or you can call it as company code level purchase organization. Or you can also call it as centralized purchase organization. Okay. Now, the same example, if only there are some specific persons who are working only for particular branch. There are people working in Pune, there are people working in Mumbai. So in that case, you are also having the purchase organization plant level. So that is called as plant specific purchase organization, or they are also called as decentralized purchase organization. So you have so many different types of purchase organizations in industries or business. So how are these purchase organizations going to work? As of now, just understand that purchase organization is the purchasing department. Now business need to decide at what level the purchase organization or the purchasing department should be. Okay. So I divided the purchase organization to three categories here. So should I repeat this, or if it is clear, let me know it is clear. Or if you want me to repeat, I'll repeat this because this is very important to explain what are the different types of purchase org.
So please repeat.
Yeah. So let me take an example and explain it a little bit better. 1 second, I have a question in the chat. Okay. So take an example of Reliance. I have an example of Reliance. Here, let me go there. Okay. So here, Reliance has different industries. So petroleum is the company code. Sorry. So Reliance is my client, and Petroleum, Mart, Trends, Telecommunication, all are my company codes. So if I am going to hire people, if I am going to hire some team, and I'm telling that team, you also need to manage the petroleum purchases. You should have a knowledge how the petroleum needs to be purchased. You should have a knowledge how you need to purchase the cloths, same cloths here, and also the telecommunication equipments. If you're allotting some persons for 5 persons for all these company codes, then these 5 people are under the client level. These 5 people are under client level. So this team is called as reference purchase org. Just understand as of now, the reference purchase org is the team who is going to work for all the company codes under a client. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Others?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll hire a different team. I'll hire a different team of 2 people individually. I will tell these 2 people, these 2 persons who are hired will buy only petroleum. These 2 people will buy only the Mart section. These 2 people will buy only the Trends materials. These 2 people will only focus on telecommunication equipments. If I'm hiring the people in this way, so these 2 people are dedicatedly working for the company code. These 2 people will not interfere in other company code matter. This type of working is called as standard purchase org or company code specific purchase org or centralized purchase organization. Okay. Is this clear? The second level of the purchase organization.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have the third category, which is plant specific. Now I have petroleum business. My petroleum business is, 1 second. My petroleum business is operated from Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi here. So I don't want a team sitting in one place and purchasing the petrol for Bangalore location, Mumbai location, and Delhi location. I want the local people to be hired. I will hire 1 person in Bangalore for Bangalore, 1 person for Mumbai, 1 person for Delhi. A local people who is going to sit in the Bangalore office. The 1 person whom I'm hiring in Bangalore will be sitting in Bangalore office. The 1 person whom I'm hiring for Mumbai, he will be sitting in Mumbai office. The 1 person whom I'm hiring in Delhi will be sitting in Delhi office. So this 1 person will be responsible to buy the material or purchase the material only for the Bangalore location. He will not interfere for Mumbai and Delhi. Here I am hiring two persons. And these two persons are buying the material for all the branches here, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi, all the branches. So that is the reason it is called as centralized. Now I have the second scenario. I am hiring one person and I'm dedicatedly telling him this one person should buy the material only for the Bangalore location. He is not going to interfere for other locations like Mumbai and Delhi. So this type of purchase org is called as a decentralized or plant specific purchase org. So that is what I have divided here. I have differentiated here, saying that we have different types of purchase organization. If I'm hiring a team to manage all the work for all the company codes, then that team is called as a reference purchase organization. If I'm hiring a people to work only at the company code level, then those are called as standard purchase org or the centralized purchase org. If I'm hiring the people only to work on the plant level, then those are called as plant specific or decentralized. So these are the different types of purchase organizations we have in SAP system. Okay. Now, and how are we going to deal with this? So if I go with one by one, first let me speak about the reference purchase organization. The reference purchase org. As I mentioned, this reference purchase org is going to be at client level. When I say at client level, client is not purchasing any material. The material will be purchased by company code or the plant. Then why do we have this client level purchase organization? This reference purchase organization has another name called the sourcing team. So what does this sourcing team does? This sourcing team is responsible for searching the vendors, when I say searching the vendors, they will be responsible to see which person or which industry is supplying this type of material. So from where can I buy? Searching the vendors. Second is they do the negotiation. So what is the meaning of negotiation? The negotiation is nothing but bidding of the price. So I have material M1. I found that this material is supplied by 3 vendors. And these 3 vendors has given different prices. So I'll speak to vendor saying that this is not the price which I can pay, this is the price I can pay. So that is a part of negotiation and bidding the price and then deciding from which vendor should I buy this material. So that work is also done by the sourcing team. So after negotiation, they will fix the vendor or they will finalize the vendor. And this information saying that this material should be procured from this vendor, that information will be stored at client level. If the information is stored at client level, then any team can use this information. And this team, reference purchase organization, does not have rights to buy the material, no rights to buy material. Okay, and the important thing here is, I said that the information what is gathered by this team is stored in the client level. If anyone wants to access this information, then that team needs to be assigned to this team. So the team who need this information need to be assigned to reference purchase organization. Let me repeat. This reference purchase organization is not responsible to buy any material. The work of this reference purchase org is to find the vendors who are going to provide the material, get the quotations from them, do the negotiation, fix the vendor from where they want to buy the material, and store the information at the client level. And any team needs to access this information. They need to be assigned, or they need to get permission, or they need to get the information from the reference purchase org. So this is the reference purchase org. So nowadays, none of the industry is using this reference purchase org. I'm just telling this if you have any requirement, if any of your business is asking, is there a concept of sourcing team in SAP? Yes, we have a concept of sourcing team in SAP, which is called as reference purchase org. Okay. Now moving to the second type of purchase org. Second type of purchase org is the standard purchase org, or you can also call it as centralized purchase org. So this standard purchase org is at the company code level. So this team will be dedicated to buy the material only for a specific company code. For example, I have this company code 1, company code 2. Under this company code, I have different plants P1 and P2. In this company code, I have P3 and P4. If I say this team is company code level purchase order, if I assign this team here, then this team will be dedicated to buy material only for this company code, that is for this plant and this plant. They will not be able to procure the material for this company code. So that is the company code level purchase order. So the rules what we have here is, even they have the rights to do the negotiation, they can also do the negotiation. They can also search the vendors. If only when they are not satisfied with the work which reference purchase org is done. For example, I tell that the reference purchase org has decided that they need to buy from a specific. If this team, the standard purchase org team, is not satisfied with the data what they have, then they can still go ahead and search the vendors in the market, do the negotiation on their own, fix the vendor. They can fix the vendor, and they have the rights to buy the material. So this standard purchase org is having a rights to purchase material. The only difference between standard purchase org and the reference purchase org is reference purchase org does not have the rights to buy the material, but standard purchase org is having rights to buy the material. And finally, this standard purchase org is assigned to company code, not to the client anywhere. It is assigned to the company code. Whereas the reference purchase org is not assigned to the client. It is not assigned to the client. Okay, so standard purchase org can be assigned to the company code. Same goes with the plant specific. The only difference is even they can do their own negotiation. Even they can search the vendors in the market, fix the vendors. They have rights to purchase the material. But the only difference between standard purchase org and the plan specific purchase org is this standard purchase org or centralized purchase org is assigned to the company code, but plant specific purchase org is assigned to the plant. That is only the difference. Now, if we start designing the enterprise structure, it will look like this. So I have a client here. I have two company codes. Company code 1, company code 2. Under this company code, I have plant 1, plant 2. Under this company code also I have plant 1, plant 2. If I have reference purchase org, that is going to be assigned. This reference purchase org is not assigned to any of the hierarchy here. Now I have the standard purchase org. This purchase organization is assigned to the company code. If I want different standard purchase org, I need to create one more. And this is assigned to this company code. One company code can have only one standard purchase org. Okay. Now, if I come to the plant specific or decentralized, I can have one more purchase org created, which is plant specific. And I can assign to individual plant. This plant can have one, this plant can have one, this plant can have one, this plant can have one. So this is how my enterprise structure will look. And if the reference purchase organization is collecting some information, if this information need to be accessed, then this standard purchase org should be assigned to this reference purchase org. This standard purchase org also should be assigned to this reference purchase org. This should also be assigned to the reference purchase org. Only then they will be able to access the data what a reference purchase org has. So this is the purchase organization. I have last important terminology which is used in enterprise structure. Post that I'll take Q&A. So one more important terminology what I have in enterprise structure is the purchase group. So purchase group is under purchase organization. For example, I said that purchase organization is a department. So purchase organization is purchasing department. In this purchasing department, I have different employees. These all are my employees. So a purchase group is an individual person or group of people. You can take any one of these. That depends also on business. If you want to give an ID for a user, if this I want to give a user for this user, I want to give one ID 001, for this 002, for this 003. Then in that case, individual person will come into picture. So each person who is working in the purchasing department or purchase organization, each person will act as a purchase group. Second case, if you are grouping these three people in one category, these three people are responsible to buy only petroleum, then this group can also be given one name which is called as 009, which is purchasing group. So that is a difference. A purchasing group can be an individual person or a group of person. If you want If you want the employee in the purchasing department or purchase organization to work individually, then you can keep one purchase group for one individual person. Or if you want the purchasing department to be worked in a group manner, if you want to dedicatedly say these three people are going to work for petroleum industry, these three people are going to work for the mart industry, then the group is can also be called as purchase group. The main use of this purchase group is to differentiate what type of this is done to see, or it is also used for reporting purpose. If a person is coming and asking me, I want to export a report where all the purchase orders are related to the petroleum, then I can just put a filter of purchasing group and then extract the report. So this is the use of purchase group. So purchase group is not a part of enterprise structure, but indirectly a part of enterprise structure. This purchase group is not assigned to the enterprise structure anywhere, but it is indirectly used in the enterprise structure. So this is what enterprise structure is. So what we discussed today, what is enterprise structure? Hierarchy is used in enterprise structure. What is client? What is company code? What is plant? What is store location? And then we discussed regarding two entities which are related to purchasing. One is purchase org, one is purchase group. Now finally, client is created by the basis team. I explained what is basis team in the introduction section. You can go and check. Company code is created by finance. Plant is created by consultants, which are B. Store location is also Purchase org is also Purchase group is also Okay. Client can be only numeric. Company code can be numeric anything. Plant can be alphanumeric or numeric. Store location can be alphanumeric or numeric. Same goes with purchase org can be alphanumeric or numeric. Purchase group also can be alphanumeric or numeric. Okay. Client can have three codes, 3 digits. Company code can have 4 digit. Plant can have 4 digit. Store location 4 digit. Purchase org 4 digit. Purchase group 3 digit. These are the standard. So whenever a basis team is going to create a client, he will be creating client with 3 digit. Company code is created by finance. It is an alphanumeric or numeric. That is created by finance with 4 digit. Plant is created by consultant. That is going to be alphanumeric or numeric with 4 digit. Store location is going to be created by alphanumeric or numeric, 4 digit. Purchase organization and purchase group are created by alphanumeric or numeric. Purchase org is going to have 4 digit and purchase group is going to have 3 digit. So these are the criteria which we'll be applying when we create this information in SAP system. Okay, so this is the enterprise structure. So today we have seen this enterprise structure completely theoretically. Tomorrow we'll be seeing how are we going to do this practically. How are we going to create this in system? Okay, any questions? Yeah, I'll be sharing the notes for today and tomorrow, by tomorrow end of the day. And basis is a team who is going to create the users and who is going to manage the system. I've explained a bit regarding the basis in the introduction session. You can check that. And the question I have is, can we have access of SAP system today? No, you will not be having SAP access today. So we will introduce what is how SAP system looks tomorrow, and we will give the SAP access by tomorrow. So you can start using by tomorrow.
Sir, you told the reference purchase organization concept has not been used now in the industries now.
Sorry, I can't hear
So,
you properly.
am I audible now, sir? Hello.
Yes.
So you told reference purchase organization is not been used in the industries now. So whether they are directly starting from standard purchase organization or like reference purchase organization concept is also handled by standard purchase organization.
Yes. If company is not using the reference purchase org, then the activity what reference purchase org is doing, that can be handled by the centralized purchase org or decentralized purchase org.
Okay.
Venkatesh sir, this in the purchase group, it will be having the numericals, right? It will be a series of numbers, right? Purchase group can be a series of numbers.
Yeah, purchase group can be numeric and also alphanumeric.
Okay, okay.
Sorry. So purchase group can be numeric and alphanumeric, and that purchase group is not assigned to any of the hierarchy in the enterprise structure.
Like a specific plant is handled by a specific purchase group, like B01, C01. Uh, Buyer code will be different, right?
No, I
Hello?
think so. My internet is a bit weak. 1 second, let me join from other device.
Yeah, I'm audible now. Yes, Srinivas, you had some question?
Hello?
Yes.
That's all, sir. When a purchase group is assigned, there will be like B01, C01, the codes will be assigned like that. So for each individual, there will be a buyer code.
Yes.
So will that be the same as the purchase group code?
No. The buyer code is going to be your SAP user ID, but the
Okay,
purchase
okay,
group is just to differentiate the employee individually or a group, and to just differentiate what type of purchase he's doing, and it is mostly used to extract the report based on the requirement.
okay, sir. Thank you.
It is not completely linked with the employee. That is just given a code for an employee. no, all the standard purchase org is not going to work under a reference purchase org. Reference purchase org is going to work individually and store all the information. If you need to access the data, then you need to get assigned to that organization. You're not under reference purchase org. The reference purchase org is the team who is going to do the negotiation. It is called as a sourcing team. Reference purchase org is a sourcing team, and standard purchase org is a purchasing team. So it is completely different. So sourcing team is just going to gather the information and see who is the vendor from whom I can buy the material. There are persons who are experts in negotiation, and they don't have rights to buy the material. But standard purchase organization is also going to do the same thing, but they have the rights to buy the material. So the meaning of sourcing is they are going to find who is the vendor, who is the source. But standard purchase org or the company code purchase org are the buyers. The sourcing team is not a buyer. He is just a sourcing person, a negotiation person. But the standard purchase org is the team who is going to buy the material. So that is the difference.
Sir, is it same as a person who is making an agreement for a specific period and fixing a rate for a particular commodity for a period of 1 year or 6 months? And
Yeah,
based on that, the buyers will process the purchase orders
yeah, you can take
without
that
going
way
for.
also. You can take that way also. But now the buyer is also having an access to have a contract with vendor.
Okay, sir. Okay, understood.
They are just a negotiation. You can just take they are the negotiation experts. Any more questions? Okay. If no questions, then we'll wrap up here. Before I wrap up, today we had a theoretical part, and tomorrow we'll be having a practical part, as I mentioned. So as we completed the theoretical part today, so I want you guys to pick any one of the industry which you are familiar with. If you are not experienced, if you are still a student, you can pick an education institution. If you're working somewhere, then pick the same industry where you're working and start building the enterprise structure. Start thinking, how can you build an enterprise structure? How can you design the enterprise structure for this type of industry? And then come up with the structure designed in your paper first, or your system. You can use Excel or Word, anything is fine for me. design how the enterprise structure will look. So I have designed, for example, I have drawn an enterprise structure like this. I reshare my screen. Like this. So design enterprise structure like this and keep it aside. When we complete the practical part tomorrow, as soon as you get the SAP access, you can start doing the same in the system. Okay, so this is the assignment for today. So you need to design your enterprise structure in your paper first and share it with me. Okay, any questions in this assignment? Okay, if no questions.
Venkatesh, I have a question for you. If I want to rewind this recording, where should I find?
Yeah, you will be able to get this. Sorry, I didn't get your question. So where you will be getting this recording, right?
Yeah.
So you will be getting this in the Teachable. You can, I think I showed you how Teachable looks in the last session, in the introduction session. So you will receive the credentials soon. I think you should have received the credentials. So if you
Yeah,
have,
already got it.
okay, then you will be able to access there.
Okay, okay. It immediate effect, right?
Yeah, it will be done in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Okay, if no questions, then we'll wrap up here. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time to discuss on the practical part.
Sure. Thank you, Venkatesh.
So
Thank you.
Hello, Venkatesh. Hello.
Anyone else speaking? I cannot hear.
No. Just I want to know that purchase organizations also we need to create that organization structure.
Yes, that is a part of a structure, not a different structure. It is a part of a structure.
So no need to create like you told on you given homework, right? So in that case, we need to create that one
Sorry?
also. No, you given homework, right? You to create one enterprise structure.
Give me.
Yes, sorry, I can't hear you now. I can hear you now. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. Like you told to create one enterprise structure for what like we are familiar with industry, whatever the industry we are familiar with.
Yeah.
So in that case, we need to create only this. client, company code, plant and storage location. Only this is enough, right? Or like
No, no.
purchase organizations about that
Yeah,
thing
that is
also.
also required. So client, company code, plant, purchase org, store location, and the purchase group. All the things.
Okay, okay,
All six. All six hierarchies in the list.
okay, sure. Thanks, scientist.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Any others have any questions? Okay. If you guys don't have questions, then we'll wrap up here. We'll meet at same time tomorrow. Thanks. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Hi.
Sorry. Any more questions?
Yeah, hi.
Yes.
Is it possible to get access to this system from today, or we can try some?
Because I have not shown the SAP system to you guys, and I have not shown how it looks. So it is better
Okay,
you get the SAP access from tomorrow.
okay. Then we can just can ask if they have any doubt or something. I can ask
No,
from
you
the
will be getting it
admin
tomorrow.
basis. Okay.
Sir, very good morning. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, I have one question, so I have doubt also. So all the standard purchase organization under reference, right?
No, not under. If you need, you can assign or you can go under the reference purchase order. It is not mandatory that you should be under.
Then without, standard organization, then, sorry, reference organization, how they will decided their own, sir?
Yeah, that's what I said. Even they have the access to do the negotiation. Even they have the access to find the vendors in the market.
Okay, they have to rights to work, without reference organization, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, like, sorry, that what is the assignment you have given, sir? Actually, I didn't hear about that one.
The assignment is as I showed the enterprise structure, what is built, what I have built. So build
Yes,
the
sir.
same enterprise structure with your familiar industry.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, as you given an assignment of to define the enterprise structure as per our knowledge, I just want to know if in my organization there are only plant buyers for different location. So my purchase organization structure will be only for plant organization structure, like na?
No, you need to start from the company code. You cannot start from plant. You should always start from the company code level.
No, only for purchase organization. I am just saying.
Okay, if your purchase organization is only for plant, then you can just create a plant purchase organization. That is fine.
Okay, okay.
Sir, it will submit through WhatsApp or
Yeah,
through
you can
mail?
send it. Yeah, you can send it to my number.
WhatsApp,
No, yeah, yes.
sir.
Yes, you can send it to my number through WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'll get it this video today, video class.
Yes, you will be getting in a couple of hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, my number is in the group. You can take it from the group. And I have a question. So in case if you're working under software or IT enterprise, it is not manufacturing company. So we need to have purchase organ, purchase group. Yes, you need to have the purchase organ or purchase group. So you need to design how your purchase org should look. In what case the purchase org can come into picture. Okay, any more questions? If you want the syllabus, I'll share the syllabus with you. So drop me a message in WhatsApp, so I'll share the syllabus with you. Okay. So if no questions, we'll wrap up here. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.